Well, Gary, it was a frustrating night and in the end a disappointing result as well.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a little bit of a flat performance from us in many ways. You know, it's always difficult and dangerous when we come up against a team that's below you in the table in the bottom three, and I think a lot of people expected us to turn up and win the game easily, and it never works like that. You know, you've got Millwall who away from home are probably playing with a little more freedom than they are at home because their home performances have not been good, under a little bit more pressure. So it causes one or two problems tonight. I just felt they blocked up a lot of space where we usually prosper and we usually get out and show a little bit more quality. And we just felt a bit flat, you know, we just didn't play with as much tempo, we didn't play with anywhere near as much quality in the final third as we have done or need to. It was a poor performance from us.
Did the slow tempo surprise you somewhat, considering the level of performance you put in at Fulham on Saturday?
Well, that was a disappointment, you know. I spoke to the players about that and I said it's no good putting that performance in if we don't then turn up at home and show the fans a little bit more quality, because I felt we played with a lot of quality. I think the pitch helped that down at Fulham because, you know, the pitch was a little bit faster and a little bit slicker, and I felt tonight it was difficult surface to play on, you know. Certainly not going to blame our ground stuff here because they've been brilliant, but I just felt we just chopped up a little bit and made the game a little bit slower, and we couldn't get that tempo going, you know. But we've got to do better than that. You know, there's going to be games like that where we have to do better. And as I said, we just didn't show the relevant quality tonight where we needed to. But again, we've had 2 or 3 good chances at vital times in the game, and we've just not managed to take them.
Yeah, you mentioned it wasn't a great game of great number of chances for yourselves, but you did create one or two, and it's just the lack of finishing touch at the vital moment that was missing tonight.
Yes, yeah, and I think that was a disappointment for us. I think they probably had one very good chance in the first half where the lads hit the crossbar, and after that just a couple of shots, and that was really it. So I think by scoring the goal early in the second half, it just gave them something to hang on to and something to drop off and block up. And we really huffed and puffed, and even though we changed formation and changed the things we did a couple of times and ended up with almost playing 2 up front for the last 30 minutes, it didn't really seem to make an awful lot of difference. So it was a disappointing night, but again, we have to remember that, you know, we've only lost 3 games in 16 league games, which is a very, very good record. But we just got to do a little bit more in the attacking sense.
No game at the weekend, and you've got sort of a week's break until Middlesbrough here at St Andrews, and that's going to be a very tough game because they've gone top of the league tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, but again, you look at this run of fixtures and we knew it was going to be tough. What you'd say is whenever we've played teams up near the top, we've found a solution, and we've put in some very, very good performances against those. So again, we've got nothing to lose. It's up to us to make sure against Millwall we're better, make sure we play with a little bit more edge about us. You know, but again, not every game is going to be perfect for us. We're not going to win all the games, and sometimes, you know, we'll have little periods, like I said a while ago, that are not going to go as well as we want them to. But we just got to keep showing the relevant character and keep trying to play with that consistency that we have done so far.